The story now I'm going to tell is the story of bribery. This story was told by my mom when I was a kid. Once upon a time, in a far off land, there was a king named Raja who ruled the prosperous Josan dynasty. He was a just, fair ruler loved by his people for his kindness and wisdom. He had two wives. Soundarya was his first wife, a woman of great beauty and grace, who charmed all who met her. Swapna, his second wife, was known for her intelligence and wit. King Raja had a rule that he would spend one day with his first wife Soundarya and the next day with his second wife Swapna. This rule was based on the sound of the bell that was rung by a person in the kingdom. When the bell was rung, it was a signal for the king to go to and spend time with his wife. This way, the king ensured that he spent equal time with both the wives without showing any favoritism towards either of them. The villagers of the Josan dynasty lived with utmost happiness. The kingdom was prosperous and nature was beautiful. People went for their jobs with a sense of purpose and joy, their lives filled with the laughter of children and chatter of adults. But there was a dark cloud hanging over the kingdom. A briber named Kashi had warmed into way into the kingdom. He used to take 10% of the tax amount from the villagers to exempt them from paying tax. At first, it seemed like a small price to pay, but over time the amount began to add up, and the villagers found themselves struggling to make ends meet. King Raja soon discovered Kashi's strategy and was filled with rage. He wanted to expel the briber from the kingdom, but his minister suggested a different approach. Instead of punishing Kashi, the minister suggested giving him a different job. Thus, Kashi was made the person responsible for sounding the bell that signaled the end of the workday. Initially, Kashi did his job well, but soon enough his greed got better of him. He began to demand bribes to sound the bell early or late, depending on which wife King Raja was spending time with. The first wife Soundarya wanted King Raja to spend more time with her, and Kashi took advantage of this, demanding bribes to sound the bell late when the king was with her. The second wife Swapna found out about this and decided to outdo her rival. She offered Kashi an even bigger bribe to sound the bell late when King Raja was with her. The result was chaos. Villagers couldn't work on time and everything was in disarray. Complaints poured in, and King Raja finally discovered the root of the problem. He was filled with anger and decided to expel Kashi from the kingdom. A new person was appointed in Kashi's place, and soon everything was back to normal. The villagers learned a valuable lesson about the value of time, and King reigns continued, loved by all. Thus the kingdom of Josan continued to prosper and King Raja continued to rule with kindness and wisdom. People realized that honesty is important and that greed and corruption will always lead to chaos and disorder. The memory of Kashi and his strategy lingered on, and cautionary tale to all who would be tempted by greed and corruption.